well, let's bring in cricket expert and commentator Andrew Leonard. Andrew, thanks so much for joining us. Where do we start? Your thoughts, please, on a pulsating final.
Well, it's pretty hard to synopsize, isn't it? It had everything. It was maybe only rivaled by the drama back in 2016 when Carlos Brathwaite hit those final four Ben Stokes deliveries for six when West Indies won their second trophy over England in 2016. But in many ways, this was somehow almost more dramatic. With 5 overs to go, as your report said there, it was 30 to win off 30 for South Africa. They almost couldn't lose. Some of the win predictors had South Africa at 97%. But Jasprit Bumrah, who was subsequently named player of the tournament, his 2 overs were critical. Joint leading wicket taker Arshdeep Singh as well was exceptional. And India, with 2 of their greatest ever, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli to the fore, they pulled it out of the fire.
Yeah, outstanding. It was so tense to watch. It really was. All right, that catch at such a pivotal moment, you know the one I mean. It was sensational. Where do you rank it?
Well, Surya Kumar Yadav has gone up in the echelons of Indian cricket history alongside the former captain, Indian all-rounder Kapil Dev, who caught Viv Richards back in the 1983 World Cup final. It was a matter of millimetres, if that, where he just held on, and then so athletically. It sums up the modern game, how brilliant cricket is to watch now. He just kept his feet inside that rope by a matter of millimetres and then affected the dismissal of David Miller. Heartbreak for him, one of South Africa's great servants. And that catch really, it meant it was too much. 16 off the final over. It was unbelievable given they needed 30 to win off 30. What a game. It summed up the whole tournament brilliantly.
Yeah, let's talk big picture now, Andrew, because India's Prime Minister posting on social media, champions, our team brings the T20 World Cup home in style. We are proud of the Indian cricket team. This match was historic. So put it into context for us. How big of a victory was it for not just the team, but all the fans back there in India, a country, of course, that lives and breathes cricket?
Yeah, it's literally the hopes and dreams of billions every time that India take the field. And we saw them come out in huge numbers across New York. And then as the tournament progressed down to the Caribbean, I think it's hard to sum up how much this means to India. They've had so much heartbreak in recent times. It's their first World Cup of any kind since 2011, when Sachin Tendulkar signed off in glory in Mumbai. And it's very fitting that it's Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, who actually was part of that team all the way back in 2007. He spanned all the eras of T20I cricket when the T20 World Cup came into its incarnation back in 2007 in South Africa when India beat Pakistan. Look at how far the game has come in 17 years since then. We've had the biggest ever World Cup with 20 teams. We've seen India finally maybe fulfill their destiny, and you saw the emotions at the end of that game. There was barely a dry eye around the Kensington Oval.
Yeah, listen, you mentioned Kohli and Sharma, both announcing their retirement from T20 international cricket. So how do you assess their impact on the sport across this format, would you say?
Well, if you look at Rohit Sharma, he's the leading caps holder in this format. He's also the leading run scorer in this format. And he was part of that team. He was actually there. He scored 30 not out in the 2007 final. He wasn't at his best today, but what a story for Virat Kohli. 75 runs in 7 innings coming into today. It was like a graveyard for him in New York. He couldn't find a run for love nor money up there. But when the going got tough, when India were in big trouble, 30 odd for 3, who stepped up? Maybe the modern great of the game. You think Michael Jordan, you think Tiger Woods for cricket. Think Virat Kohli. He made 76. He was rightfully named the player of the match. Between him and Jasprit Bumrah with the ball, they've 2 maybe of the best ever to play white ball cricket. And what a fitting way for them to sign off Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Andrew, those are brilliant comparisons you just made there across with icons from other sports. I do want to ask you about South Africa. Excuse me, because they have so much to be proud of, don't they? Spell it out for us.
It's their first World Cup final, and they did everything but win it. They were unbeaten, and the final, fittingly, was between the 2 unbeaten sides in the competition. Both had played 7 and then won 7 to get to Barbados. And South Africa, well, Heiner Klassen was outstanding. He's maybe one of the best white ball players in the world. And he did everything but take South Africa to victory. When they needed a run of ball with 5 overs left, it looked for all money like they were going to get that trophy for the first time after losing 7 semi-finals, remember. And for someone like David Miller, who was part of the absolute heartbreak back in 2015 when they lost to New Zealand, the co-hosts in the 50 over World Cup, I'm not sure whether he's got another turnaround in him. He's 35 years of age, but the way our Aidan Markram captained this side, the way Anrich Nortje bowled, there's plenty of brighter days ahead. In South Africa, you'd have to think it'll be a matter of time before they get their turn at a shot at World Cup glory.
Yeah, Andrew, we could talk and talk about this World Cup. It's been very, very entertaining with compelling storylines. And we thank you for your outstanding analysis right throughout. We really do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure to join you. What a brilliant World Cup to talk about. All the best, Patrick.
Thank you so much.